All right, so the last few weeks were super eventful, I should say, with all of the bank failures and what's next and who's next and all that good stuff. But this week, if you haven't noticed, it's been pretty quiet. So this media frenzy around all the bank failures has calmed a lot. Which is great news for us. Now, in spite of all of that, we've got a lot of banks that are still lending, right? So some of our banks have gotten more conservative. We've really seen that over the last year plus anyways. We've seen a lot of banks going out and coming in, some pricing themselves out of the market, but we have banks that have really healthy balance sheets, who have really great deposits. Their loan to deposit ratio is healthy, so they are still lending and they're looking to lend more, which is really good news. I saw this in the last cycle too. So in the last cycle, when a lot of banks weren't lending, there were those couple of like unicorn banks out there that we did a ton of business with during a time when a lot of people weren't doing loans. So the good news is we still have that available to us now. We have lenders who are willing and ready to lend. A lot of our clients, mainly what I'm seeing is not so much purchases, unfortunately, but I am seeing some refinances coming. People want to basically pull cash out to be ready for those opportunities. We're doing some lines of credit for that reason as well. So people have the flexibility, but they're not paying interest on the money until they actually have to pull it off their line. So that is what I'm seeing out in the market. Now, some brokers that I've been talking to over the last week or so have said that they saw an uptick, like a healthy uptick in listings, that they basically took on several listings over the last week or so, which is really, really good news. Now, I haven't seen that really translate into transactions as a lender or a mortgage broker, nor have any of my banks seen it, because I checked with everybody. I was like, hey, is this some party that I haven't been invited to, or what is going on? And the general consensus is no. I think a lot of those listings that are coming online primarily are smaller properties, maybe like 3 and 4 unit properties. But in the apartment world, a lot of people are kind of just sitting and waiting. This bank failure, the bank crisis, didn't really help people to feel more confident. I think, a lot of people are kind of like, what's going on? Am I really going to go under contract and have this uncertainty, or the lender pull back and what have you? Now, that being said, I have not seen the lenders pull back. In fact, I saw it during the pandemic. I saw it over the year, last year, a couple of times, like some banks that just decided not to lend or didn't honor rate locks and some crazy things. But I am not seeing any of that happening currently. That doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, but I think a lot of these bank failures have sort of settled now. It's like yesterday's news already. And now we're going to be on to the next big topic, which is, for me, what I predict is going to be increasing the debt ceiling. So the next big thing is that the government's going to be fighting and talking about, trying to negotiate to increase the debt ceiling, because we just keep printing money and sending money to Ukraine and, giving money to banks, and we're just like shelling out money all over the place again. So anyways, that's going to be the next big topic. I believe that needs to happen by June. I think it's June 15th or June 5th, somewhere around there. So we're going to start seeing all of those talks coming. I think that will be the next big media frenzy on the political or economic front. So I do anticipate that's what we're going to be seeing. But rates are holding steady. Treasuries have been pretty steady. I haven't seen lenders scale back on their spreads just yet. But that being said, we have a couple lenders who are very competitive right now, rates in the low to mid 5s, which is really amazing. So if you need to refinance, or you're looking to refinance and pull cash out, it's not a bad time. So anyways, if you have any questions, any scenarios, I would love to see them. And as always, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And I love all the feedback I've been getting off of these weekly emails. Have a fabulous week.